Are you there? Are you guys there? Is anyone out there? You know, I never know because I'm looking at my own face and I get to see that enough as is. Don't need to see that. Need to see you guys. I want to give you a minute though. I'm going to give you a minute to settle in. People who need it to log in, let them log in. And before we get started, some important things to talk about for this particular episode. I want to make a drink, if you don't mind. If you don't have one, why don't you go ahead and make yourself something? Why don't you make yourself something simple? I'm just going to do a rum and Coke here. Why? Well, maybe I'm in a hurry. Put that in there, that's good. Maybe I'm not feeling particularly fancy today. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it is. Of course, I don't know how much I could be slumming since I'm making this in a Waterford crystal glass. Is everybody here? Are you guys here? Do we have to wait? I'm going to turn sideways. Get the profile going. How's that? I don't know, maybe this is my better side. Yeah, that's good. Okay, is everybody here? Great. Welcome to episode 7 of Cocktales with Tiki King. I want to thank everybody who's been taking moments out of their very important lives to join me here at the Tiki King Bar. Every week, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. That's where we are, and that's why I'm here. Because if I weren't, then you wouldn't be watching, and I'd have no reason to talk to you. But, so hey, tonight, we're going to talk about highballs. Highballs, that's right. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Tiki King. Aren't you in a Scottish band and like wear a kilt and play in cold places? It's not the kind of highballs we're talking about. We're talking about the drink, the cocktail, the highball. Now, I'll tell you something. Highballs are cocktails, but not all cocktails are highballs. The thing, where do highballs come from? Where does it come from? There's a few different things that people think, apparently. If you go out on the internet, where there's people saying things that are not always true, but sometimes. Oh, that is good. So, where does the highball come from? The main things that it comes from from trains, and even there's two different perspectives on that. One is that it was the lit up globes that when they were coming down the track, that would mean that the track was clear. So the highball meant you could go fast, and a highball, surprisingly enough, you can make one fast. You can drink them fast. So highball. The other one is that it comes from in the dining cars and the bar cars. See, this is the part I'm not sure, but I read it, so I'll tell you. That they'd be partying in there, and the steam locomotives, they had a steam gauge, and it had a little ball that would tell you the pressure of the engine, and the more pressure, the faster the engine. So if you were zipping down the track, they called that highballing. So either one, yeah, fast. The other one, which I thought, okay, this shows that there are people on Wikipedia who should not be talking, because they said it probably comes from the fact that it's served in a highball glass. So if you want to believe that one, that's fine. And so today we're going to talk about real estate, particularly bridges. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. I jest. I drink. I tell jokes, which usually they're funny, but maybe not tonight. So it's in such a hurry to get to the show tonight, to get to you people. Not, yeah. Well, you, yeah. But I forgot my hat. So that's why the theme of this show tonight is highballs, because they're drinks that you make fast, for fast times, for fast living, for fast fun. Now, what is a highball really? I mean, okay, so we know it's the name of a drink. We know it. There's a glass named after it, the highball. But what is it? Basically, a highball is a drink that is generally composed of two ingredients, one alcoholic, one non-alcoholic mixer. The ratio is that you want probably 2 to 3 to 1 of the mixer to the alcohol. So it's basically just a simple drink. And it comes from probably the earliest known highball, Scotch and soda. Probably not. Probably Scotch and water, or whiskey and water. Do we have a problem? Okay. My producer over there is coming over here staring into the camera. So.
That's
Well, I thought something was wrong. Okay, I guess everything's fine. I thought I was going to have to insert the having the technical difficulties thing. Like always, I would make a check mark, insert technical. Actually, no, insert a warning of technical difficulties. Don't actually insert. Jesus, there's things all over here. So, who's them? And then jokes. It's supposed to be funny. Highball. So the highball. So it's a drink that you make with just generally 2 ingredients, a mixer, and the alcohol. Earliest ones, whiskey and water, scotch and soda. Everybody's heard that here, scotch and soda. Get me a scotch and soda. I'd be most appreciative for that sort of scotch and soda drink. And whiskey, okay, I already hear, I'm sure somebody has already said, I like my whiskey with just whiskey. Neat. Well, that's good. If you're drinking cask strength. If you're not drinking cask strength, guess what you're drinking? Whiskey and water. They add water to whiskey at the distillery to bring it to a certain ABV to make the alcohol, so that's how they know it's 80 proof, is because they're adding water until they measure it, and that's just right. So you're technically, when you drink, you could be chugging straight from the bottle, you could be hanging out the sunroof of a Morris Minor driving up Haight Street with a bottle of Old Crow, swigging it. Guess what you're drinking? Technically a highball, because they put water in there. So, anyway, so yeah, scotch and soda, that's the one that most people know. So there's all kinds of highballs. There's and some of them you've probably heard of. What do we got? Gin and tonic. There we go. Highball. We got ginger ale, brandy and ginger. Good stuff. These are all, it's just simple. It's one thing, it's a mixer. I don't have any water, but if I did, there we go. Whiskey, water. So you make these drinks, you make them fast. There's hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of highballs. But I'll tell you, you're probably wondering, why do I even care? Why do I care? Tiki King, show me how to make something really, really complicated, that calls for exotic ingredients that are made from, the powdered gold-infused blood of a horny toad or something. I don't know. No, because sometimes you got to work with what you have at hand, and sometimes what you have at hand is only a couple things. Especially, do you ever fly? You ever go on an airplane? I'll tell you. When you're on an airplane, they offer you basically the mixed drinks. You can't say, yes, I'd like a Long Island iced tea, because they're going to stare at you and give you a bag of peanuts. But what you can order is a highball, because they're set up to do that. They have mixers, and they have single serve. They have the minis, which is why people call these airliners. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to let you in on a secret. When you're flying, drink a lot. That's my secret. No. When you're flying, one thing you can do is when you're checking in online, go to the webpage of whatever airline you're on, and you can see what kind of alcohol they serve on the plane. And then you can go to your local liquor store, and instead of paying $5 to $7 a pop for the booze on the airplane, you can buy airliners for like 99 cents. And you can put a couple of them in your pocket, put them in your carry-on. They'll allow you generally, I believe, 2 to 3 1.5 ounce minis in your carry-on. And then you slip them in your pocket, you get on the plane, you say, I'd like just a Coke, please. Yeah, they give it to you, and then what do you got? 2 rum and Cokes, because you take them out of your pocket. But I have to have a disclaimer. Only do that if you're not a troublemaker in a violent sense, because you could be kind of a troublemaker like C.J. Henderson, where you just tell a lot of bad jokes and the waitress gives you free booze. Or you can be the kind of troublemaker like where you cause problems and it ends with handcuffs, and not the furry ones, not the good kind. They take you off with an air marshal who doesn't have a sense of humor, and you can't bribe him with minis, strangely enough. You would think you can, but you can't. So yeah, check the airlines. You never know you see what they're serving. Bring it with you. The other thing, I'll tell you, is that, so a highball, say you're traveling. You grab a couple of these, you throw them in your suitcase, right? If you don't drink them, who cares? But what if you get to your hotel room and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and room service and the bar's closed? No, you don't break into the bar. But I'll tell you what you can do. You reach into your bag and you go, oh, what do I got here? Oh, look, I got a little mini bottle of brandy. I'm going to pour that into, this is not a hotel. Hotels don't have the water for it, but you go, okay, put that in there. And hey, look, I went to the vending machine outside or in the hallway, because the hotels always have vending machines, and I got some ginger ale. And there we go, brandy and ginger ale. Good drinking, I'll tell you. So there we go. So you may be thinking, okay, you make that look effortlessly. You make that look effortlessly.
Easy.
You make that look effervescent, which is bubbly. And you're right, it's bubbly. You make that look easy. But it is easy. You take ice, take a glass, tall glass. If you're in an airplane, don't ask for a tall glass because they'll only give you the little one that they always give you. If you're in a hotel, they've got those plastic cups that are somewhere in between short and tall. Who knows what they are? Maybe they're punch cups. I don't know. Ask the hotel. Ask the somebody, not me. I don't know. So basically, what you want to do is you have your glass. You put in ice. You put in your booze, and you're looking at put in like 1.5 ounces from your mini, or you can put in 2 minis if it's 3 o'clock and you're late at drinking. Top it up with your mixer. Give it a taste. And you're either going to go, oh, I put in too much mixer, which hopefully you brought more booze. You can put that in there. Or you're going to go, whoa, that needs more mixer, which you probably still have some left over in the can. What do you think? Maybe you're thinking, but I brought a whole bunch of friends with me, and now they all want one. Well, hopefully they all brought their own suitcases full of minis, and they can all go out to the vending machine and the ice machine, and maybe you can get them to go and get you a pizza too, because it's late and I didn't eat anything during the drive, and that might be good about now. So anyway, so some people, they'll say, well, yeah, but yeah, any drink is a highball, Cape Codder, that's a highball. Yeah, kind of. Technically, highball is 2 ingredients, but you can see. Here we go. They want to get an argument. What about garnish? Yeah, tough guy. Yeah. What about garnish? You tell me. Does the garnish change the drink? No, the garnish means you were lucky. If you brought a lime in your suitcase, squeeze a lime, it spices things up. It makes it nice. You can put that in your rum and Coke. Kind of that makes it like a Cuba Libre. But hey, go for it if you can. Garnishes, if you have them, drink them. If you don't garnish. Now, when you start getting into a bunch of ingredients, like, well, I don't know if it's a bunch, but like the difference between a screwdriver, right? You got vodka and orange juice, right? A screwdriver. And then you got a tequila sunrise, which is tequila and orange juice, but the sunrise part comes from grenadine. So then you got to pack grenadine in your suitcase or bring it on the plane, and it only comes in those big bottles, and then they confiscate it at security, and then you can't make one anyway. So I'd stick with the screwdriver if you're going to go that way. So anyway, there's tons of highballs out there. You got, let's see. Actually, I made a list. Let's see. Gin chiller, gin fizz, gin and grapefruit, gin blossom, orange blossom, gin Ricky, gin tonic. There's a lot of gin ones, which is nice because I like gin. Greyhound, John Collins, orange chiller, rum and 7 and 7, Seagrams and 7 Up, rum and Sprite, rum Cape Cod, rum chiller, rum Collins, rum and cucumber. I'm not going to go with that one. Rum and OJ, rum and pineapple, rum and tonic. Ew, that doesn't sound good to me. Screwdriver, you talked about that. You remember that? 7 Tom Collins, vodka Sprite, vodka apple juice. Vodka chiller, Collins, tonic, whiskey, soda, waters. If you can mix it, you got a highball. It's good stuff, I'm telling you. Sometimes it's got to be simple. Sometimes you're in a hurry. You're probably thinking, I should have been in more of a hurry to make a drink. This show would be more entertaining this week. But I'm just telling you. I'm just giving you information. I'm just passing it along. Go to the liquor store. Buy airliners. Put them in your luggage. If nothing else, when you get to where you're going and they all spill out on the floor, people will think you're a legend. And you might be. You too can be a legend. But anyway, so that's it. That's tonight's episode. That's all I've got for you. It's not much. It's simple. It was just a couple of mixers, a couple of drinks. But it'll get you there if where you need to be is on a train trying to figure out the name of the drink, or on an airplane trying to figure out how to keep yourself in furry handcuffs and not in the metal ones, because those are not good. But anyway, I just want to thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks for tuning in every week. And if you haven't tuned in every week, go to YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is listed on my Facebook page. Go to YouTube, watch all the other videos. You can watch this one later. Don't watch it now because you're watching me live. But go later and watch it again, and it'll be almost like I was there later, which is time travel. Anyway, thanks for all you for coming. Check out our website, tikiking.info. I want to thank everybody who helps make this show possible. The grants from DuPont and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. But thank you guys. Thank you all. Have a good night and good drinking.